We have so much more to do to renew our social compact, refresh our Singapore dream, and build a future where every Singaporean can become the best version of themselves. But the road ahead will not be easy. We know the world is going through profound change. It has grown increasingly uncertain and dangerous, especially for small countries like us. The conditions that underpin our survival, security, and success are coming apart. And that is why I have called a general election now. It is at this critical juncture that Singaporeans must decide on the team to lead our nation and chart our way forward together. Today, the PAP launches our manifesto. It is our roadmap to navigate a changed world. We present a fresh team to tackle the challenges ahead, and we stand ready to serve all Singaporeans with new resolve. Changed world, fresh team, new resolve, and to secure a brighter future for all. That's our slogan. That's the message we will bring to Singaporeans for this election. Let me say a few words on each of these themes, and I'll start with a changed world. There is a gathering storm ahead of us, and we are flying straight ahead into turbulence. We knew it was going to be difficult. We had expected changes with a new Trump administration in America because he had campaigned on imposing tariffs and addressing trade imbalances. So having won the presidency, we knew he would deliver on what he had campaigned. But the tariff package has turned out to be more drastic than anyone expected, and it's the biggest shock that this post-World War II global system has ever experienced. America has since postponed the reciprocal tariffs, but the problem has not gone away because the base tariff rates remain and they are much higher than what they used to be. And there is now a full-blown trade war with China. The uncertainty is deeply damaging for business. Companies don't know what rules to apply. Many will hold back their investments. And all this will weigh heavily on the global economy and in turn impact our own economy. MTI has already revised our growth forecast downwards, and we can't rule out a recession this year or even more job losses. But it's not just about our prospects for this year alone. Our bigger concern is the kind of global environment we are entering into. Because we have encountered downturns before. And if it's a cyclical downturn, the economy goes down, we know how to deal with that, and we have been able to bounce back in the past. But this time, something is different. This time, it's not just a matter of economics. The rules-based global system that had enabled stability and shared prosperity around the world is coming apart. America, which once underwrote this system, now wants to step back from being the global leader and the world's policeman. America can choose to do this, but which other country do you call? Which other country will fill this gap? In fact, no country is able to or willing to. So what happens when something emerges in the world, when conflict happens? What happens when there are issues to address? Who is the leader the world turns to today? Unfortunately, the answer may be there is none. Moreover, between America and China, tensions will continue to rise. America regards China as a strategic threat and wants to prevent China from overtaking it. China says, It's ready for a tariff war, a trade war, and any other type of war, and it will fight till the end. No one can tell how the relations between the two will unfold in the coming years. So it will be a period of a very messy and unpredictable transition globally, with more fragmentation, more contestation, and more uncertainty for the world. And here in Singapore, we must brace ourselves for stormy weather. How we navigate through these turbulent times will determine our future and our children's future. There are some who want to make light of this situation. They claim there is no need to overreact. But that's not how we do things in the PAP. We will always be upfront and transparent in highlighting the challenges ahead. We will never gamble with the future of Singapore and Singaporeans. And that is why one of my key priorities has been to put together the best possible team for Singapore. We have an excellent team today, capable, dedicated, and fully committed to serving Singaporeans. Amongst them are experienced veterans who will continue to contribute their wisdom and guidance. But it's also my duty to renew the team. We must bring in good people with the heart to serve as our future backbenchers, potential office holders, and leaders. And when the new candidates come in, they will inject fresh energy, new ideas, and diverse perspectives to strengthen our team for Singapore. They also need time, the new candidates. We have to expose them so that they can learn, grow, and eventually some of them will take on bigger responsibilities. And that is why I've worked so hard and put in so much effort to renew our team in this election, so that we are well prepared for the future, so that the PAP can offer Singaporeans a capable and strong team at the helm, not just for the next 5 years, but also for the next 10 to 20 years. We have been introducing our candidates constituency by constituency. It started last week. This will continue over the next few days. And as we do so, we will also share more about the MPs who are stepping down. Stepping down is never easy because our MPs have worked hard. They have forged close ties with their activists and with their residents. But in the PAP, we serve not for ourselves, we serve Singaporeans. Our MPs understand this, and they understand the importance of self-renewal. And so they are doing their part to pass the torch to the new cohort. We will find a time after the general election to honor those who are stepping down and to thank them properly. But some of our retiring MPs are here. Not all of the announcements have been made yet, but you know who you are. And I'd like to take a moment to say to all of you, thank you for your dedication, your sacrifices, and your service. Thank you very much. In this general election, we will field 32 new candidates. It's the largest number of new candidates the PAP has introduced in recent history, and they come from diverse backgrounds. The SAF, public service, private sector, academia, unions, and social service agencies. We are fielding more women than before. There are 13 of them. They make up more than 1/3 of our new candidates. If elected, a number of our new candidates can become more than backbenchers. They will help to strengthen my team. And some of the younger ones will form the core of the next 5G team. And they will make sure that Singapore continues to be in good hands. "24 candidates will be fielded in PAP-held wards. We've put out the candidate videos, you have seen them, but I think I should say a little bit more about each one of them, so I will introduce them one by one. Tsai Ing-zhou, who is our MC just now. He's a young social entrepreneur. He was also a legislative assistant for Louis Ng. And he will learn from Louis to advocate for social causes. Charlene Chen. NTU professor, passionate about working with young people. We put her in Tampines earlier, and she has already started making an impact there. So well done. Eliza Chen. She has many years of experience in the social service sector, and she is passionate about uplifting children and young people, and she will speak up for these causes. Chu Pei Ling. A neuroscientist and an SIT professor, but importantly also a very dedicated community volunteer, and I'm sure she will represent well the many young families in Tengah and Choa Chu Kang where we are fielding her. Dinesh Vasudesh. If his face looks familiar to you, he is the person who implemented our national vaccine campaign during COVID. He did an excellent job of it, and I'm sure he will do an equally good job for our residents. Fu Zhexiang. He used to be a civil servant. He's now working at PSA. I've interacted with him before. He has a can-do spirit and a passion to serve, and I have no doubt he will do well on the ground. Goh Zeki. She's a dedicated party activist for 13 years. She spoke at the PAP convention some years back, some of you may recall. Many of us were impressed by her fighting spirit, and I have no doubt she will make a good MP. Goh Han Yen. She used to be a civil servant too, and the spirit of service runs deep in her family. Both parents, father, veteran grassroots leader, mother, a teacher. So she's proudly carrying forward this spirit of service today. Goh Pei Min. You may know him as an SAF officer, but he's also a dedicated grassroots leader. In fact, he started way back, 17 years ago. Li Shan went for a house visit, knocked on his door, saw him, invited him to serve, and he readily said yes at that time. Last year, we invited him for tea. I'm glad he said yes again and is now ready to serve in a new way. Hamid Razak. You saw him just now speaking to you. He's an orthopedic surgeon, but importantly, a doctor with a heart. He has been volunteering in Jurong for a long time, 17 years, and I'm sure he will make a good MP for West Coast Jurong. Haslina Abdul Halim, our MC today. Many of you will know her as a newscaster, but she has a wider range of experiences, including journalism, communications, and also serving in various social service agencies. She works well with people and will be passionate about uplifting vulnerable groups. David Ho. He just had a newborn son, so congratulations, David. He had a difficult time growing up, but he persevered, and with the support of teachers and friends, he eventually found his calling. And he's been paying it forward ever since, and he will do more in Jurong East, Bukit Batok. Gabriel Lam. If you don't know already, he is also called the mover of things because of his business, the business he runs. It's a moving business. But he's a firm believer in giving people second chances, and he supports ex-offenders to help them find new purpose. I'm sure he will speak up for them. Jackson Lam. He started volunteering in Chongpang grassroots. He has a real heart for seniors and underprivileged young people. He's someone who will spend time on the ground building strong local networks, and he will be a plus in whichever team he's fielded. Jasmine Lau. Also a former civil servant, but you may not know this. She is a netballer, and she represented Singapore in our national netball team. Sports has shaped her belief about the importance of teamwork, and I'm confident she will add to our team. Cassandra Lee. She's a lawyer and a long-time volunteer in Yihua with Grace Fu. We are fielding her elsewhere. I know Grace is disappointed to lose her, but she will still be in the neighborhood somewhere nearby because she will be serving in West Coast Jurong West. Li Hui Ying. She started volunteering in Nee Soon when she was just 19. She was good with people and gets along well with residents, and she will help the team build strong community bonds. Valerie Lee. She's a young mother. She cares deeply about sustainability and the environment, so she will advance green initiatives and speak up for families. Sean Low. Former civil servant, now in the private sector. He worked with me on 2 budgets, last year and this year. I know he has a good heart and he will make a positive difference. David Neo. I worked closely with him during COVID when we had the outbreak in the migrant worker dormitories. It was a very scary moment, and we had to call in the SAF to help. David was one of the commanders in charge. He was steady, he got things done, so I saw him up close in action. I know he will put heart and soul in getting the mission achieved, no matter how difficult the task, and he will do that for his residents too. Ng Shixuan. He's a business leader and a youth volunteer. I met him at a PAYM event, PA youth event. I found out we shared 3 things in common. We come from the same secondary school, the same junior college, and we have the same CCA and JC, which is the choir. That's not the reason why we are fielding him. But he's a good person. He's spending time in Sembawang now with Gabriel, and he's getting to know the residents there. Diana Pang. She's been a community leader for over 20 years, and she's trained Pioneer Generation ambassadors in East Coast, for example. But one thing you may not know about her, she has solemnized more than 350 marriages. I'm sure she will build strong community networks wherever she goes. Jeffrey Xiao. You heard from him just now. He's a former permanent secretary at MTI and MOM. This is not his first election. He ran for the Students' Council in junior college. His slogan at that time was "Vote like Xiao for Jeff Xiao." He got elected then, and I hope residents in Choa Chu Kang will strongly support him this time. Syed Harun Al-Habsi. He's a psychiatrist and an advocate for mental health. He has done well in his career and he wants to give back, and he has been doing so in many different ways, including through his role as president of LBKM, helping young Malay Muslims. And I'm sure he will now be able to serve in a different way. So that rounds up the new candidates for PAP Health Wards. We also have 8 new candidates who will be fielded in opposition health wards. And they are Adrian Ang, he served as a Toa Payoh Thompson branch secretary for more than 10 years, where he made many deep connections. He's a good, steady person with ground experience. When we asked him if he was prepared to go to Aljunied, he said yes without hesitation. Elmi Nekmat. Our branch chair at Sengkang Central for the last 4 years. He's also a professor of communications and new media at NUS, and he's putting what he teaches to his students to good use on his social media platforms, forging close bonds with residents. Faisal Abdul Aziz. You heard from him just now and the rousing speech he gave. He's a dental surgeon, a community volunteer since his school days, and he served in Kaki Bukit for 10 years. So the volunteers and residents know him well. Bernadette Giam. She has been speaking up for SMEs and on women issues, and I'm sure she will be an equally strong advocate for working parents and the youth in Sengkang, where she has been active serving since we fielded her. Theodora Lai. She's been active with the party for many years. I've worked with her in the PPF, and she built a network in her business to connect and empower fellow young female leaders. She has been actively walking the ground in Sengkang even through the arrival of a second child. I'm sure she will continue to speak up for issues like caregivers and families and represent well the residents of Sengkang. Marshall Lim. A criminal lawyer with a heart for the underdog. He has done pro bono legal work and served in the newly set up Public Defender's Office. I hope the people of Hougang will give him the chance to represent them. Daniel Liu. I think he's already made an impact because I see on social media his introduction, his witty remarks, his comparisons with Ed Sheeran have traveled far and wide. He wants to create more opportunities so that Singaporeans can achieve their own version of success no matter their starting points. And we hope residents will give him the chance to do so. Jagatishwaran Raju or Jaga. Is again a dedicated party activist serving in Holland Bukit Timah and later Aljunied. He's also a long-time trade unionist with NTUC. He's advocating for freelancers and self-employed persons, and I'm sure he will speak up for his residents too. These are our 8 new candidates in the opposition-held wards, and they will be led by 2 veterans. Dr. Lam Pin Min in Sengkang and Chan Hui Yi in Aljunied. Comrades, I'm proud of all our new candidates. They represent a wide range of life experiences and backgrounds. They are here to serve and to find good solutions for their residents and for Singapore. So, comrades, I present to you the new PAP candidates for 2025. In any election, the candidates with the most challenging task are the ones standing in opposition wards in Hougang, Aljunied, and Sengkang. They are our warriors, as Faisal said just now. I know the PAP teams there have been hard at work. I met our Aljunied activists recently at Party HQ when they had their branch retreat. And I was glad to see the activists in good spirits and ready to fight. So to our Hougang, Aljunied, and Sengkang teams, do your best and we will support you fully. To all our PAP candidates, all of you, all of us are warriors, and wherever we stand, let's be very clear. This will be a tough election. There is no safe seat around. We must never assume that the PAP will automatically win the election just because we have been in power all this while. We know that cost of living remains a big concern for many Singaporeans, as it does for people in countries everywhere. And if you look at the results of elections in other countries over the past year, you know what has happened. Incumbent parties were either defeated or they suffered major losses. Likewise, in Singapore, we can expect tough fights in every constituency. We cannot take any vote for granted. Always remember, the Singaporean voter is a discerning and a tough judge. We must fight hard for every single vote in every single constituency. With the profound changes in the world, this election carries far greater stakes. It cannot be politics as usual. It's about how we defend Singapore's interests on the global stage. It's about how we navigate through stormy weather and secure lives and livelihoods for our people. It's about how we keep Singapore going in a more turbulent world. This SG60 election is ultimately about our future. History has rarely been kind to small states. I said at the beginning that we have been lucky so far, that what we have today is nothing short of a miracle. How long can this miracle last, especially as the world turns more dangerous and hostile? Frankly, no one can tell. But you have my word. The PAP will do everything we can to keep this miracle going for as long as possible. That's why we are stepping up with new resolve. We will fight harder to protect what we have and work even harder to build what we need. We are ready for this new challenge. We will fight to grow a vibrant economy with good jobs and opportunities for all Singaporeans. We will continue to strengthen our education system so that every child can develop to the fullest and every adult can keep on upgrading and securing better jobs. We will assure affordable and quality homes and empower Singaporeans to stay healthy and to age with dignity. We will build a greener and more sustainable city and take sports, arts, and culture to new heights and make them more accessible and enjoyable for all. We will build a society where there is respect for all and everyone is valued for who they are. These are our plans and promises in our manifesto. Comrades, today we launch our party manifesto. On Wednesday, the general election campaign starts. We will do our best to win the confidence and trust of Singaporeans. But before we go into battle, I would like to acknowledge the efforts of our activists. Our activists who knock on doors, organize events, make calls, rally support, rain or shine. They do this with heart year after year, election after election. So to all our activists in the PAP, I say thank you. Thank you for your support. In this changed world, the PAP offers a fresh team with a new resolve. This manifesto is our promise to all Singaporeans. It reflects your hopes, your concerns, and your aspirations. And it reflects our commitment to keep Singapore strong, stable, and united. We deliver this promise as Team PAP. The world has changed, but the PAP will stay true to our founding values: incorruptibility, meritocracy, multiracialism, justice, and equality. We will always put Singaporeans at the center of all we do. We will serve you, support you, and stand with you. Comrades, let's give it our all in this election. Let's convince Singaporeans. Let us convince Singaporeans to give the PAP their mandate and support. Let's work hard to secure a brighter future for every Singaporean and for many more years to come. Majulah PAP! Majulah Singapura! Majulah PAP! Majulah Singapura! One more time with spirit. Majulah PAP! Majulah Singapura!